So we find ourselves less than a week away from the 2018 local elections, where millions of people up and down the UK will be marking X on the ballot paper on the 3rd of May. So what does that mean for Southwark? So the Labour Party will be looking to defend large gains that they made in the last year's snap general election, but hot on their heels will be the Lib Dems, the Conservatives, a record number of Southwark Green candidates and even a couple of independents. So you may notice this time round that you're voting in a completely different ward or for completely different candidates. So why is that? Well, a couple of years ago the Electoral Commission introduced a recommendation that suggested that Southwark needed to achieve more electoral equality. In a nutshell, population changes have meant some wards have too many people and some wards have too few. So what does this mean for the borough? Well, we've now gone from 21 wards to 23, although the number of candidates will remain the same. But now on to the confusing part. Whereas last time you may have voted in South Camberwell, you might be voting in Rye Lane ward this time. Wards have changed, new wards have been created and boundaries have changed, so it's really important to be aware of that when you're casting your vote next Thursday. So what are you voting for? Local elections are a really important opportunity for you to have your say on who runs your local services. The Southwark Council is responsible for running libraries, parks, leisure, education and schools, also social housing and adult social care. So your local councillors, the people who you'll be voting for May the 3rd, are the people that you can go to if you have any issues. They might not be able to fix them straight away, but they'll at least be able to point you in the right direction. They're there to represent you. So there are a few noteworthy wards to mention. Peter John will be defending the newly formed Champion Hill ward and he'll be attempting to be re-elected for the second time. The leader of Southwark Lib Dems, Anudal Samurai, will be taken to the streets of North Bermondsey. So Southwark Green's general election candidate Eleanor Margolis will be attempting to become a councillor for the first time in St Giles ward. For the first time, the Women's Equality Party are fielding 2 candidates in Southwark, one in Borough and Bankside and one in Goose Green. And also the Conservatives will be hoping to build upon their Dulwich stronghold and gain a few more votes across the borough. So this might sound a little bit cheesy, but at Community Southwark we really think it's important that you exercise your right to vote. This is a right that's been hard fought and hard won by activists and campaigners down the years, from the Chartists to the suffragettes. So this is your opportunity to look through your local party's manifestos, find out what your local candidates are standing for and marking X on the ballot paper on May the 3rd. If you're not particularly enamoured with what you see, then why not spoil your ballot, although we would suggest that you do it in a polite way. Follow this link for a handy guide on your local elections and we'll see you on May the 3rd.